Here at Hands-On Training, in addition to the 3 pillars for professional selling that you heard about in earlier videos, we are big believers in specific basic tenets, basic concepts, basic ideas that now we have those 3 pillars and we can start to build a solid structure on top of that for you to be able to sell professionally and effectively and, bottom line, make more money. We've talked about selling, but we haven't really talked about what it is. Well, I, over the years, have come up with a definition of the word selling that I'm really excited about and I want to share with you right now. To me, selling is the following: having people feel good about making a positive decision to move the conversation forward with me today. Now think about that and let's break that down. Having people feel good, what that does for me is it tells me, it convinces me that people buy based on emotion. They don't have to be your best friend, nor you theirs. However, people will decide to buy or go forward in their conversation with you based on how they feel about the interaction. So, having people feel good. Next, about making a positive decision, almost making the decision on their own. One of the key basic tenets that we will talk about a couple of times throughout the series is the difference in our philosophy about selling, which means, to me, that you are looking more for an invitation to go to the next step in each conversation than you are permission. We'll talk about that more in detail later. Having people feel good about making a positive decision to move the conversation forward. Not drag, not drive, not force, not push the conversation, but move it forward with me today. I want to have very specific focus. Selling to me means having people feel good about making a positive decision to move the conversation forward with me today. We'll talk about that and we'll build on that as we go forward. Second definition, most important thing in selling: closing. Most people think that closing means getting a contract, getting a signature, getting a commitment. I disagree. Closing is something that is done throughout the selling process, and it boils down to 3 words. There is a 3-word definition for closing, and it is the following: coming to agreement. I want it to be just as much your idea as mine, if not more your idea than mine, because we know that when something comes out of your mouth, it's a fact. When you hear it come out of my mouth, it's an opinion. So what you and I want to do is we want to have very specific definitions for what we do. First, definition of selling: having people feel good about making a positive decision to move the conversation forward with me today. Definition of closing: coming to agreement. Not getting to the end of the sale, moving forward throughout the sale, getting invited to the next step as opposed to obtaining permission. And that is a key distinction. That is a fine line distinction in the selling profession. With that in mind, I want you to listen to salespeople around you. I want you to listen to sales pitches that they do and define whether or not they are invited to the next step or they are continuing to ask for permission. And we're going to examine that as we go forward. Now, with that as your ammunition, go out there and sell something.